Miss Teen Bharat Texas of 2019. This show was a lot of tales to talk about. It was always a special of Texas. Miss Bharat Teen was a big, big success because we had selected the super most wonderful model as our Miss Bharat Teen winner. And this show is very special of 2019 because we had 60 plus participants and we had selected winners from the Prince and Baby Princess, Miss Bharat, Texas, to our Grandma, Texas. Texas is always Texas size and it's always special. In today's show, we are inviting our special chief guest as our sweet, sweet, sweet teen winner, Miss Ria Hatibandla. Welcome to our show, Miss Ria. Hi, Ria. How
Hi,
are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Yeah, I'm doing good. So, how is our journey? How did it feel? I love your tiara.
Thank you. It was so amazing and it was such a new and cool journey that many people don't get to have. So I was very honored.
Yes, yes, you are always our lovely little darling of our Miss Teen Bharat Texas 2019. Always our special, special, lovely little girl. And you had been the model, and the best part is you were the only one on the show who was as tall as our chief guest, Miss Pooja Batra. And you were dressed up in beautiful red. She was in beautiful red, and there was no doubt why you were the Miss Teen Bharat Texas. It was just phenomenal.
Thank you. It was so, I guess it was kind of cool. You don't really get to see celebrities, especially people who have been in the movie industry and pageants. It was so cool and it was so fun meeting her and getting crowned by her too.
Yeah, and that is one of a beautiful, memorable moment, isn't that?
Yes.
That is nice. And I see your parents on the stage, and I know it could have been very wonderful celebrating moments. Tell me, what was the after celebrations party like?
We went home and then we got food and immediately everyone started calling. They were like, "Did she win? Did she win? Did she win?" And they were like, "Yes." And it was so much, I guess it was kind of proud. My parents were really proud and I was just like happy that they were proud because that's all I wanted. So,
Nice. What did your brother say, the little one?
oh, he stole my crown.
That is a good one. He stole your crown. Wow, he's always a naughty little one.
I know.
I love your crown, and probably a lot of the girls' envy would be your tiara, huh? It's always the tiara makes it very special for these pageants. Tell
Yes.
me, when you wore your tiara and looked yourself into the mirror first time, what was your feeling like?
I mean, it was like a dream come true. Ever since I was like six, princesses, tiaras, it was very fun. And I guess you just kind of you feel like a different feeling, and I felt that when I first looked at myself.
Is that true? So we have to have like a dream moment from my dream entertainment. We
Yes.
just don't give the dreams, we fulfill your dreams. Isn't that amazing?
Yeah.
So tell me about your modeling experience. I always hear from your mom and dad about a lot of the achievements you have done in your life. And I know that your mom had once told me that you had been the top five of like 400 plus models in Dallas. Tell me more about it. I would want to listen, and all our viewers want to listen.
So I was in second grade when I first started with modeling. My mom, she just took me to an agency and it was kind of for fun. Didn't really think too much about it. And then 2 years after I got my training, the agency recommended that I went to an expo in Dallas where all these big A-lister modeling agency were there, Wilhelmina Models, IMG Models. There were so many people there and a lot of participants too. I think it was over 400 or 500 kids in my category alone. And I went and I also I walked the ramp. I did a lot of castings and a lot of auditions. And out of the entire 400 or 500 people, I came first place for ramp walk.
Wow, that is awesome. You were the first. Wow, wow, that is so nice. So, and so how long was your training? Like, you said you got your training, right? So how long was your training?
It was a total of 3 years, including all the acting, the talking, how to present yourself, and obviously a ramp walk.
Nice. So, what was your future plans from this point? How, like, what do you want to focus on? And I know the part that, yes, your parents want you to study. Yes, we will. I would definitely acknowledge that. But as far as in the modeling career, what are your goals and aspirations?
In the future, I would like to try out for more pageants and more modeling. It's a opportunity that most kids and teens don't get. So I would like to try out for an agency and see if I could book some auditions and maybe walk in a fashion week once.
Oh, that is so nice. And modeling and fashion career is always a very nice career. When I was young, and when my and I wanted to do shows, and my dad was like, "You need to go to be a dentist or doctor first." So I know that parents, when all the parents, and because it's teen Texas, and when all the parents are watching, yeah, absolutely. We do not want the kids to be distracted from studies, but at the same time, we want them to follow their passions, right?
Yes, and
And
my parents have always been supportive of everything that I've liked, so I've been very lucky.
that's nice. That's nice. And so I always want the teens and all the young generation to definitely concentrate on their studies. Apart from that, they should never get distracted, but at the same time follow their passions for their heart also on the sideline. So that way, you never know when you grow up, once you have your MBA, you might still open a modeling, right? A modeling career in an agency, and then you would be like the top notch. You never know. You combine your business management as well as the modeling together. The opportunities are always big open, and modeling industry is such a beautiful industry where it's a lot of achievements and careers, and it's not like the past. It's
Yeah.
it's opened up a lot of doors and like great
Yes.
ambassadors. Remember when we met the videographer from the reality show? She was talking to us about the ambassador, right?
Yeah.
Melissa. She was telling us about. She was teaching us. It was a great experience, right?
Yes. She was talking about how you kind of have to put yourself out there because no one else will. So she really did give you a lot of really good tips.
Yes, yes. And these are the amazing things you get experience when you go to different platforms and expose to more people with a lot of experience and knowledge. And that's like a great gaining of knowledge and like out there that we sometimes it's so hard to it might not be even taught in school.
Hmm.
That's what I always say. And that was nice. And you did a fabulous job in participating in Miss Bharat USA. And you were one of the contestants who carried so well along there. And you were also one of the top fives there. So it was so nice. So tell me your experiences, how you felt when you went for the national pageant.
So, national pageant, I was honestly very nervous because I mean, it's such a big pageant and there's a lot more competition. But my parents always told me, they said, go for the experience, not to win a crown, and always come back as a better version of yourself. And I think that that's what pageants are. So, when I went there, I got a lot of resources, a lot of connections, and really learned a lot more about modeling and how to present yourself. So I really do appreciate the experience.
Yeah, and we had the reality show, and then we had the winners from all the states. It was
Yes.
like a national level, and they were all so talented. And like you were super talented. I loved your dance on that stage. You just brought the feel of the dance and the song and the stage. Isn't that beautiful?
I
That stage,
know.
I loved it.
It's
I mean,
amazing.
if our next show, we really need to have a stage like that. That
Yes.
stage was awesome. And I would want to invite you to perform another dance in our next show. And like, you should do like probably we should stage it up in such a way that we'll get you the tiara in the middle of the dance. So you would end up with your pretty tiara. So have you ever tried wearing the tiara and dance?
I have, and I think you just really have to. It's really hard. It's
Oh,
like
wow.
very heavy,
Uh-huh.
and it. I don't know. I'd rather dance without it.
Yeah, yeah, that's why like we wanna have to place it along towards the very end of the dance. So you can dance very well and we just give you the tiara towards the very end so you can pose with your tiara. I love your hair. Tell me secrets of your hair.
So I guess it's always just learning from your mom.
Uh-huh.
Don't put heat to it, coconut oil, just natural recipes, I guess. And I've always really had long and thick hair, so I wanted to keep it that way. So I guess just listen to your mom.
So the secret all the trophy lies to Mrs. Shailaja then.
Yes.
That is so sweet. I love your mom, and she's very sweet, and she's so soft-hearted. And I know that you have the same thing. And tell me, do you like animals and pets? Are you a
I
pet
love
lover?
animals and pets, but I wish I could have one. Unfortunately, not. So maybe when I get older, I love dogs,
Why,
especially.
unfortunately, not?
I practice as many times as I can. I feel like it's more being mentally prepared so that you know your steps, you know what's coming next, and you're just having fun. That's the main thing, and you're letting go, not to mess up. So I practice a lot.
Nice, nice. So, do you have your friends also join you when you dance? Have you done group dances?
I've done a lot of group dances, and I feel like that's what makes it even more enjoyable when you're having like a group of friends because you're just laughing and you're practicing, and it makes the dance better too because everyone can pitch in with their ideas.
True, true. And that's like the girls, like, having the fun around, right?
Yes.
Yeah, and then that just builds up so much beautiful memories around us, and that just stays there for us. I think, like as a woman, we kind of go through those, right? Those moments, and we think about it, and those nice moments. We always have a lovely time. So speaking of time, so how are you going through this as a teen? Tell me, how are you dealing with this COVID? Do you feel frustrated or you understand what's going on and you would want to try to wear the mask and help the community, staying protected? How do you feel? What is the general thought process on it?
I mean, I feel like being teens, it's like being restricted almost. You can't go outside, you can't do that many stuff. But you also have to understand that it is very dangerous and very serious, and you have to wear a mask and protect yourself at all times. But at the same exact time, I feel like quarantine has given us time to do what we want and do what we can't normally do. So you always have to look at the bright side of it.
More positive thinking, right?
Yes.
That's very sweetly said. As a teen, as a youth, as a young generation, I think those words that you shared was very simple but very inspirational. And rather than just saying, "Oh no, this is really sad, how this is going on," so that's like a thought process which we don't want our people to have, right? We want
Yeah.
them to exactly what you said. Yes, it's a little hard, but you're going to use that in a positive way, make the best use of it, because I know that kids and teens, they always want to have fun, go around, have parties, but this is one of the challenging times. And
Yes.
trying to stay protected is very, very important. And because for parents, for us, it's all about our kids. So,
Mhm.
like you and your brother would be the greatest treasure for your parents.
Yeah.
So, and when you stay protected, they feel more protected too. That's
Mhm.
something the teens need to make sure they always want to think about it and make sure that they give that protection and safety and the more mental peace to their parents, because I think that's very, very important, right?
Yes.
Tell me your favorite Hollywood movie, a movie that you have
Honestly,
enjoyed.
I definitely love murder mystery. It has Jennifer Aniston and Adam Sandler in it. I feel like it kind of has all the genres in one movie, and I really loved it.
Yeah, Adam Chandler is always a sweet guy, huh? All his funny
Yes.
jokes and stuff. Jennifer Aniston, she's the one from the Friends, right?
Yes.
Yes, she had been such a sweetheart, right? Like
I
she
know.
just did the Friends and she took off all our hearts, and we always love her.
Yeah.
How about do you like the movie Legally Blonde?
I love Legally Blonde. In fact, actually, I would say that was my favorite movie. Yeah, I can like watch it. It's one of those movies where like I could watch it 100 times and I still wouldn't get bored of it.
Uh-huh, yeah, and all her. I think, do you remember the scene where she had a scented paper?
Yes, her resume for the internship.
Yeah, yeah, see, you remember this scene very nice. I really loved that scene when she got the scented paper and then she carries a little chihuahua on her bag and then she just goes around, still carries the style as well as the knowledge, right?
Yeah.
That's what the best about that movie. And I think like a lot of us are attracted towards it. We just need the style as well as the knowledge.
Yes.
So, what is the secret? How did you grow that tall? Tell us. We really want our kids to grow
Um,
tall too.
I would definitely say it's in genetics, but I definitely love being tall. I feel like I'm 5'10" now and I'm 13, and it gives you a lot of advantages, whether it's in sports,
For
modeling,
sure.
so I really like being tall.
We all love to grow tall. If I have a second chance, can I have another 4 inches? That's how I always feel. You know how difficult it is to walk with those big heels? So I called my friend and I
Mhm.
told her, okay, the tallest heel that I could find was only like 3.5 to 4 inch. Then I
Yeah.
told her I need the 5 inch heel. And when we try to walk with that, you
Hmm.
know how blessed you are. It's so hard. And then I asked my son to take pictures. And so when I walk with my heel, I'm extra cautious with these outfits. And I'm like, I don't want to trip down. And he's like, Mom, walk fast, right? And I'm like, no, I can't. See, you don't have to do all of that. You can just walk like a diva. You can pose like a diva, which you already are, and then you're just so beautiful. Which is your favorite color?
Favorite color? I love red. I feel like it's like a color that you can use anywhere, anytime.
Yeah, tell a famous line from any of those the teen movies or like some girls things.
A famous line, I would definitely say, oh, the Wednesday, she says, It's Wednesday. On Wednesdays, we wear pink. And it's like, I feel like it's such an iconic thing now. Every Wednesday, all the girls, they try to wear pink.
Ah, that is cute. So when the girls get together, teen girls get together, why there would be like great women empowerment movies and stuff like that, and if that offer comes in, and I mean it's just it's my thought process, and I
Yeah.
understand that you shouldn't let go the studies, but if
Mm-hmm.
it comes in, there's always like opportunities where you can work with your schedule, and the
Yes.
best part is we live in US, and
Yes.
US is all about opportunities, and because sometimes the opportunities knock on your door, and this is what I always tell my kids, if the opportunity knocks on your door, try to see if you can adapt it to accommodate into your existing schedule, of course without losing your studies, because that is the main focus. But
Yes.
other also is to try to see if we can do it, like
Mhm.
competitions, shows, fashion shows, dance competitions, because when we were trying to do the resume for my son, then
Mhm.
we were looking into the extracurriculars, and the extracurriculars does add up to a lot of points,
Yes.
and this is so important for getting admissions into a good school. And
Mhm.
so that's why I always say to the parents, like, say, yes, studies is very, very important, the number one criteria, but at the same time, you want to incorporate the little bit of the extracurricular, mix it all up. And because if you do that, the kids will be more interested in studies, right?
Yes.
And that's what I try to do my son, trying to get him into all the classical dance learning. He just played Krishna recently, and as a parent I was very happy about it, because I also want him to get into the arts, the performing
Mhm.
arts. So that is something I really wanted to do. Okay, so now we are going to enact a moment. This I have not done with anybody, and I know that you are a very talented girl. So I am going to pretend that I am going to be a teenager.
Mhm.
This is one of my favorite moments, okay? So I'm going to pretend I'm a teenager, and you're going to pretend as a mom,
Okay.
okay? Have you watched Lily Singh on Facebook?
I've watched a few of her videos, not
You, yeah, she will come with like she will act as a mom. She'll come with a little stick. So we're
yet.
just gonna be like one of the. So you're gonna be like the strict parent, okay?
Okay.
So I'm gonna be the teenager, okay? So I'm gonna come, okay?
Okay.
I'm gonna call you mommy, okay? It's just a pretend act, okay? Priya, mommy,
Yes.
can I wash the dishes? Can I help you today?
Yes. I need a lot of help. I need you to clean the dishes. I need you to fold clothes, and I need you to make dinner.
Okay, mommy. If I do all of that, can I ask you something?
Okay.
Can I ask you? And you're not supposed to say no to it.
Okay. I'll think about it.
Promise?
Promise.
Promise? 100%? Paka?
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna have to go to a movie night with my friends. Can I? No? Yes?
No.
No, no, come on! You really nailed it, Ria. That was so good. It was nice. That's what most of us want to do, right? Like, you try to go in and be the best cute kid and try to do help mommy and be like,
Yes.
can we do that? That's one of the things teens do, right? We love that, and it's I have done that in my past to my mom and dad, and my memorable moment is one of my birthdays. The cake, we blew the candle and cut the cake in a movie theater.
Wow.
And movie theaters, you're not really allowed to
Yeah.
light the candles, and if it's US, no, I'm trashed out. So in India, so we just like very quick at it, get in there, get in out, and then cut the cake. But then everybody partied with us in the theater, so it was a very memorable moment, because it's all about teens, right? Do
Yeah.
some naughty things and have fun and enjoy, right?
Mhm.
So if you were to pick somebody as your co-actress in Bollywood,
Mhm.
I know you gave me three names. Other than them, if you were supposed to pick three actresses, who else will you pick?
Maybe Priyanka Chopra.
Ah, yes.
Yeah.
And do you want to follow her to Hollywood?
I would like to. I feel like
Me
she's very
too.
inspirational. I mean, she's won Miss World too,
Uh-huh.
so she kind of checks all the boxes.
Yes, check all the boxes, right? Like she's awesome. She's a diva.
Yeah.
Like to get from the Bollywood to the Hollywood,
Yeah.
and she stood there. She's very outspoken,
Yes,
right?
yes.
She's very outspoken. Okay, so speaking of outspoken, I'm gonna give you like like a topic, and
Hmm.
I want you to talk about it.
Okay.
Okay? So women empowerment.
I feel like we need a lot more of it, and it's amazing the fact that women are doing such big and such great things. It makes you feel proud, and it also tells you that if they can do it, you can also do it.
Nice. What would you tell to a woman who's abused? What as a teen girl, if you come across in your life abused women,
Mhm.
it might be older lady too. It could be a wife that's abused, or it could be a mom that's abused, or it could be a little girl that's abused. But what would you tell them? How would you make them come out of that abuse?
I think I would just have to tell them that whenever there's always a door at the end of the tunnel. Like there's always a light at the end of the tunnel, and you just have to work yourself up. I get that abuse, it's like very, very serious. It's something that many people shouldn't go through, but they do. So really, I would just tell them to pick yourself up and start being a woman again. It's very powerful, and they are their goddesses, really, and they just need to know that.
Very inspirational. I mean, I know that you would be the only person in like, I don't want to, like, I have seen so many girls in my teens, but I think when I compare to my past and you in the present, and I knew that you would be the one girl who can answer this question really beautifully. I don't want to compare with the girls from the present, but I would just want to keep it safe to compare the girls from the past, because the past is so different, and
Yes.
today's world is very, very different, and that's what the platform that we carry is
Hmm.
all about. Women empowerment. you
Yeah.
you know that, because it's really not about the beauty pageant, or it's about the person, and Miss
Yeah.
Bharat Texas is always about the person,
Yes.
outside and inside,
Hmm.
and how you support the other women, how we support the community, how
Yes.
we help charity. So
Hmm.
speaking about which, I know that one of your, I don't know if you changed, but if you're still in the same thought process, because kids, they do change their thoughts, what they want to become. So I'm going to give you a scenario,
Hmm.
and I'm going to see how you're the lawyer. Okay. We're going to do
Yes.
another pretend act. Okay. And this is going to be interesting. So if the teens are watching that program, they're going to be very interested about it. So you're going to be the lawyer, and you are going to try to rescue this woman who is framed for the death of her own child. This is actually based on a real time scenario.
Hmm.
So you see that in the news, and you're
Hmm.
a lawyer, and you're going to say what first comes into your mind, and what would be your defense points to save this woman.
I think the first thing that would come into my mind is that why would an own mother want to kill a child? You know, they're innocent. They carried them for 9 months, and moms, they always nurture the child with the most love, the most care. So there, I wouldn't believe it, and that would be my first point. That why would a mother want to kill her own child?
And how would you do the background? How would you dig through this case? How would you look for it? Like, what are your starting points, leads?
I think I would really look for the enemy or someone that's trying to frame the mom because, like, the husband, siblings, family members, and that's what I would really look for in the starting.
Intentions, right? Is there
Yeah.
any prayer vengeance, or is there
Hmm.
anything that's going on, and why would they do that,
Yeah.
and things like that, right? So do you support punishing, or do you support changing? It's a little tricky question, but you can answer it in any way you want it.
I think I support both. because whenever someone messes up or makes a mistake, you have to understand why they did that and tell them that it's okay to make mistakes. It's a part of life and growing up. But you also have to give them a punishment so that they know not to do it next time. So both.
That is amazing. You know, this show is really special because you are our pretty, sweet, talented, amazing diva teen, Miss Teen Bharat, Texas. And the questions I asked you is people who have been regularly watching the show, they could tell. These are not the regular questions that I would ask. And I know whom I'm talking to. I know that I'm talking to the brilliant most girl, Texas, in Houston, at beautiful teen. So, and I know your aspirations. So, I know that you will just make these questions the best answers. I really know that. And then you just made the fabulous attempts and gave the beautiful answers to it, especially the one you handled it with the crime of the mom. You know, you didn't think much. You just went for it. Like, you are like a real pro on it. Like, I think this gives me the idea that you have thought about what you want to be, and you have pictured yourself in different professional scenarios. Is that true?
Yes.
What other professions have you pictured yourself in?
I guess
Lawyer, and what else?
a lawyer. At first, I did want to go for the business side, kind of. And a lawyer is like so much more like cooler, and I feel like that's what I really like.
Uh-huh.
Defending yourself and defending what you believe in.
That is really, really very exceptionally talented person I'm seeing and talking today. And Ria Patibandla, you are an amazing person from inside and outside, and a very sweet little sweetheart. And I wish you all the best in your life. You are a shining star, and I know for a fact that you are gonna be a superstar in the future, not just in career, but also in your life. And I wish you all the best and a very happy life.
Thank you so much. That means a lot.